Stop what you're doing right now. Because what I'm about to tell you is going to completely change the way you see every single human interaction you've ever had. Right now, as you watch this video, your body is sending signals. Your pupils are adjusting. Your posture is shifting. Your brain is making decisions you're not even aware of. And the scariest part? The person you like, the one you think about before you fall asleep, their body is doing the exact same thing. Every time they see you, every time you walk into a room they're in, every time your name comes up in conversation, their body reacts, and they have absolutely zero control over it. You can lie with your words, you can fake confidence, you can pretend you don't care, but your body cannot lie. Today, I'm going to show you the exact science-backed body language signs of attraction that researchers, FBI profilers, and psychologists use to read people like open books. 6 signs, all backed by real studies, real names, real universities. And sign number 4 is something that happens to literally every person on this planet when they're attracted to someone, but almost nobody ever notices it. So stay till the very end, because by the time this video is over, you're going to look back at every interaction you've had with your crush, and suddenly, everything is going to make perfect sense. Let's go. Okay, before we get into the signs, I need you to understand something fundamental, something that most people completely ignore. Attraction is not just an emotion. It is a biological program, a deeply coded evolutionary survival mechanism running inside every single human being on this planet. And it has been running for over 200,000 years. Long before texting, long before dating apps, long before words even existed, humans were communicating attraction through their bodies. Researchers at the University of Pennsylvania conducted a study involving thousands of participants, and what they found was extraordinary. Within the first 4 minutes of meeting someone, your brain has already decided whether or not it's attracted to them. 4 minutes. Before you know their name, before you know where they're from, before a real conversation even begins, your body has already made its decision. So the real question is, how do you read that decision? How do you know what someone's body is telling you before their mouth ever says a word? That's exactly what we're breaking down today. Let's get into sign number 1. Sign 1, pupils dilate, and they cannot stop it. Let's start with something so subtle, most people never notice it. But once you know about it, you'll look for it every single time. Your eyes. More specifically, your pupils. Now, most people think pupils only change size based on light. Bright room, pupils shrink. Dark room, pupils expand. That's true. But here's what they don't teach you in school. Emotions also change your pupil size. In 1965, psychologist Eckhart Hess at the University of Chicago ran one of the most fascinating experiments in the history of attraction research. He showed participants a series of images, landscapes, food, strangers, babies, while secretly measuring their pupil size using a specially designed camera. The results were extraordinary. When participants looked at something or someone they found attractive, their pupils dilated to 45% larger. 45%! Without any conscious effort whatsoever. And Hess didn't stop there. He then took 2 identical photos of the same woman and digitally altered one of them so that her pupils appeared larger. He showed both photos to male participants and asked which woman they found more attractive. The overwhelming majority chose the woman with larger pupils. But here's the mind-blowing part. When asked why they found her more attractive, none of them mentioned her eyes. They said things like, "She looks warmer," or "She seems more interested." They couldn't explain it, but their brain was picking up on the signal perfectly. Large pupils equals attraction equals she's interested in you. And their brain knew it, even when their conscious mind didn't. Now here's how you use this in real life. The next time you're in a conversation with someone you like, get close enough to naturally see their eyes. Not creepy close, just normal conversation distance. And look, are their pupils wide and open when they look at you? Do they seem to get wider the longer you talk? Because if they do, their nervous system is responding to you in a way they have absolutely no control over. Their body is already attracted. Their words just haven't caught up yet. One more thing. This works both ways. When you are attracted to someone, your pupils dilate too. And studies show people subconsciously pick up on this and find you more attractive because of it. It's a feedback loop of biology running underneath every conversation you'll ever have.
Their voice changes without them knowing.
Okay, this next sign genuinely shocked me the first time I read the research.
because this is something I guarantee has happened to you, and you never realized what it actually meant. Your voice changes when you're attracted to someone. Not on purpose, not consciously. It just changes. A landmark study published in the Journal of Evolutionary Psychology, conducted by researchers at Albright College, analyzed the voices of men and women while they spoke to people they rated as attractive versus people they rated as neutral. The findings were remarkable. Women talking to men they found attractive, their voice pitch went slightly higher. Men talking to women they found attractive, their voice dropped slightly lower and became smoother. Neither group was aware they were doing it. It happened completely automatically. But why? Evolutionary psychologists believe this goes back thousands of years. A higher female voice signals youth and femininity, things humans are biologically programmed to associate with health and fertility. A lower, smoother male voice signals strength, calm, and dominance, things associated with protection and security. We're not doing this because we read a biology textbook. We're doing this because our DNA is millions of years old, and it still runs the same ancient programs. But here's what I want you to really pay attention to. The study also found that listeners, the people hearing these voice changes, rated the speakers as significantly more attractive, without knowing why, without being told anything had changed. Their brain just responded positively. So here's what to watch for in real life. Pay attention to how someone's voice sounds when they talk to other people, and then notice how it sounds when they talk to you. Does it soften? Does it slow down slightly? Does it feel warmer? That shift, however subtle, is your answer. And on your end, if you notice your own voice naturally dropping or slowing down when you talk to someone specific, don't ignore that. That's not nervousness. That's biology trying to tell you something important. Listen to it.
The eyebrow flash, a signal written in our DNA. All right, this one is going to blow your mind because it happens in less than 1/5 of a second, and it crosses every single cultural boundary on Earth. It's called the eyebrow flash. Here's what it looks like. Someone sees you or even hears your name, and for a fraction of a second, both eyebrows raise slightly upward. 0.2 seconds. That's it. Blink and you'll completely miss it. Now here's where it gets extraordinary. Anthropologist Irenaeus Eibel Ibisfeld, one of the most respected human behavior researchers in history, spent decades traveling the world studying nonverbal communication across completely isolated cultures. He went to remote tribes in Papua New Guinea. He studied communities in the Amazon rainforest. He observed people in Samoa, Japan, Brazil, Germany, and Kenya. People who had never seen television, never interacted with other cultures, never been influenced by Hollywood or social media, and across every single group, without exception, he found the same signal, the eyebrow flash. Every culture, every continent, every demographic. When humans see someone they like, their eyebrows raise briefly. This is not learned behavior. This is not cultural influence. This is genetic code written into our species before civilization even existed. Now, here's how to actually use this information. Next time you walk into a room where your crush is, don't look directly at them when you first walk in. Give it about 5 to 10 seconds. Get settled, look around naturally. Then, casually, glance in their direction. Watch the first fraction of a second. If you catch even the briefest flash of both eyebrows, even the subtlest upward movement the moment they register your presence, that is one of the most honest signals a human being can give. Because it happened before their brain could censor it, before they could decide whether to play it cool, before they could put their guard up. Their face told you the truth in 0.2 seconds. And here's something else. You can use the eyebrow flash intentionally. A slow, deliberate eyebrow raise when you make eye contact with someone across a room. It sends a clear message. I see you. You stand out to me. I notice you. It's confident, it's subtle, and it's incredibly powerful. Try it. You'll be surprised.
Preening, the grooming signal nobody talks about.
Okay, this is the sign I told you about at the very beginning. And I promise you, the moment I explain this, you are going to immediately think of at least 2 or 3 people who have done this around you. And you're going to realize you completely missed what they were telling you. It's called preening. And it is one of the most reliable, most consistent, most scientifically documented attraction signals in the entire human species. Here's what it looks like in everyday life. A girl is sitting with her friends, completely relaxed. Hair is wherever it is, clothes are however they are. She doesn't care. Then you walk in, and within seconds, without even realizing it, she runs her fingers through her hair. She sits up slightly straighter. She adjusts her top. She touches her jewelry. She smooths out her jeans. She didn't suddenly realize she looked messy. Her brain sent an emergency signal the moment you entered her vicinity. The signal said, "Someone important just arrived. You need to look your best, right now." And she responded completely automatically, without a single conscious thought. Now let's talk about the science behind this. Desmond Morris, one of the most famous zoologists and human behavior experts in the world, documented preening behavior extensively in his groundbreaking 1967 book, The Naked Ape. Morris noted that preening in humans is directly parallel to what we observe in nearly every other species on the planet. Male peacocks spread and arrange their feathers. Birds of paradise perform elaborate grooming displays. Chimpanzees groom each other before mating. Humans fix their hair. The behavior is different, but the biological function is identical. I want to appear attractive to you. My body is preparing itself for your attention. And Morris concluded, after years of research, that preening is one of the clearest, most reliable nonverbal signals of romantic interest that exists in the human species. Now here's what makes this sign extra powerful. It's almost impossible to fake convincingly. When someone genuinely likes you, the preening response is immediate. It happens the moment they become aware of your presence. It's reflexive. But when someone is just being polite or friendly, you won't see it. Or if you do, it'll happen much later in the interaction, not the moment you arrive. Timing is everything. So here's your homework. The next time you're around your crush, or anyone you're curious about, watch what happens in the first 10 seconds after they notice you. Do they straighten up? Does a hand go to their hair? Do they fix their clothes? If yes, their biology just told on them. Completely, honestly, without their permission.
Leaning in, closing the distance between you. Here's a question for you. Have you ever been in a conversation with someone and you noticed, without planning it, that by the end of the conversation, you were somehow physically closer than when you started? Neither of you moved dramatically, neither of you said, "Hey, let's stand closer," but the distance just shrank. That's not an accident. That is one of the most powerful nonverbal signals of attraction that exists. And it has a name, proxemics. In the 1960s, psychologist Robert Sommer dedicated years of research to understanding how humans use physical space in social situations. What he found fundamentally changed how behavioral scientists understand human attraction. Sommer discovered that humans naturally maintain different amounts of personal space depending on their relationship with someone. Complete strangers, roughly 12 feet. Acquaintances and colleagues, about 4 feet. Friends, 1.5 to 4 feet. Intimate partners, less than 18 inches. Now here's where it gets fascinating. When someone is attracted to you, they don't consciously decide to close the distance. They just find themselves doing it. They lean slightly forward during conversation, even when they can hear you perfectly. They pull their chair a little closer, even though the table was fine before. They find small reasons to physically reduce the space between you. And here's the beautiful thing about this signal. When both people are leaning in simultaneously, when both of you are unconsciously closing the gap, that's not just attraction from one side. That's mutual attraction. Two people, independently, making the same subconscious decision. I want to be closer to this person. Now, Sommer's research also revealed something equally important. When someone is not attracted to you, or when they're uncomfortable, they do the opposite. They create distance. They lean back subtly. They angle their body slightly away. So it works in both directions. Leaning in equals draw toward you. Leaning away equals creating space from you. And the most honest moment to observe this is when the person doesn't know you're paying attention. Because the moment someone thinks they're being watched, they become self-aware. But in the middle of a genuine, engaging conversation, when they're laughing at something you said, when they're listening to your story, watch where their body goes. Does it move toward you, or does it stay where it is? That movement, or the absence of it, tells you everything. Sustained eye contact, plus the smile, the most powerful combination in human attraction. And now we've reached the final sign. And I saved this one for last because, in my opinion, this is the most powerful combination of attraction signals that two human beings can exchange. Let's talk about eye contact first. In normal social situations, eye contact lasts about 3 seconds before one person looks away. 3 seconds is the socially comfortable baseline. It's enough to acknowledge someone, to show you're listening, to be polite. But psychologists have a name for eye contact that goes beyond 3 seconds. They call it intimate gazing.
and the research around it is extraordinary. In 1989, psychologist Joan Kellerman at the University of Massachusetts conducted a fascinating experiment. She took pairs of complete strangers, people who had never met before, and gave them a simple instruction. Stare into each other's eyes for 2 minutes. Don't look away. 2 minutes. Unbroken eye contact between total strangers. And then she asked them how they felt afterward. The results were remarkable. Many participants reported feeling a strong sense of connection with their partner. Several reported feelings of affection, and some, shockingly, reported feeling something that resembled love after 2 minutes with a complete stranger. The power of sustained eye contact is almost incomprehensible. It bypasses social filters. It bypasses the walls people put up. It creates a direct channel between two nervous systems. Neuroscientist Uta Frith from University College London found that mutual eye contact activates the brain's reward system, releasing small amounts of dopamine, the same chemical released when you eat your favorite food or hear your favorite song. Eye contact between two people who are attracted to each other is literally a chemical experience. Now, add a slow, genuine smile to that sustained eye contact. Not a polite smile, not a nice to meet you smile, a real smile, one that reaches the eyes. Psychologist Paul Ekman, the world's leading expert on facial expressions, identified what he called the Duchenne smile, named after French neurologist Guillaume Duchenne. This is a smile that involves not just the mouth, but the muscles around the eyes, creating those subtle crinkles at the corners. And Ekman's research found you cannot fake the smile convincingly. The mouth muscles can be controlled consciously, but the eye muscles involved in a genuine smile? They only activate with real, genuine positive emotion. So when someone gives you sustained eye contact and then breaks into a slow, genuine smile that reaches their eyes, that is two of the most powerful attraction signals a human being can send happening simultaneously. It says, I see you, specifically you, and what I see makes me feel something real. No words required, no text message, no emoji, no carefully crafted opening line, just eyes and a real smile. And if that combination is directed at you, don't overthink it. Don't talk yourself out of it. Don't convince yourself you're imagining things. Your body already knows what it means. It's always known. Okay, let's bring everything together. 6 signs, all backed by real science. All things your body does automatically, completely outside your control. Sign 1, pupils dilate up to 45%. Eckhart Hess, University of Chicago, 1965. Sign 2, voice pitch shifts unconsciously. Journal of Evolutionary Psychology. Sign 3, the eyebrow flash, 0.2 seconds of raw, unfiltered truth, documented across every culture on Earth. Sign 4, preening, fixing themselves the moment you arrive. Desmond Morris, The Naked Ape. Sign 5, leaning in, closing the distance. Robert Somers Proxemics Research. Sign 6, sustained eye contact plus a genuine smile, the most powerful combination in human attraction. Now here's what I want from you. Go to the comments right now and tell me, which of these 6 signs have you noticed from someone in your life? Be honest, drop the number 1 through 6, or tell me the story. I read every single comment personally, every one. And if you want to know how to respond to these signals, how to use your own body language to create attraction naturally and confidently, I made an entire video on exactly that. It's right up here. Go watch it next. You need to see it. And if this video gave you value, if it taught you something you didn't know before, subscribe. I post content like this every single week. Real science, real psychology, explained in a way that actually makes sense. I'll see you in the next one.